My name is Jeffrey Davis. Welcome back to Radio Entrepreneurs, and I'm glad to say again that we are in our studios at 119 Braintree Street, and we're streaming all over the internet and through all your mobile devices. My co-host today, before he talks, is the renowned Peter Myerson from Cohn, Rasnick, Myerson, and Plout.
Does that mean I shouldn't talk?
That's
Can I tell you how nice these studios are?
Thank you very much, Peter.
They're really beautiful.
Thank
And it's
you.
really a pleasure, as always, to be here.
But we do have a guest in the studio, as we do frequently on this show. We have Michelle Corey from Boston Biofeedback.
Thank
Welcome.
you. Thank you.
So, Michelle, using Derek and Peter as our guinea pigs, why don't you tell us how you use biofeedback to help people?
Okay.
I'm in need, so go for it.
We're all in need. I just wanted to use those two as my starting points.
Well, everybody looks pretty healthy. You look pretty healthy, Peter.
I think Derek looks the
Thank you.
healthiest.
Thank
He's
you,
the
Michelle.
youngest.
I don't
He's
know.
the youngest and the most robust.
I can tell by his vibe over there.
We actually call him the big man. So
Yes. Yes. Well, when someone comes in to see me, they often do not feel well. So the device I have has the ability to identify what patterns of stress you might be carrying in your body.
Are we talking physically, or are we talking...
Physically. That's
okay.
physically and also emotionally. It's a very sophisticated device. So it has the ability to give you mind-body therapy. So it does measure, for example, if someone's harboring a lot of anger for years and years, that often in Chinese medicine that shows up in the liver. So, I mean, if someone comes in and has a liver issue, I often think right away, this person's been angry for most of their life. Also a certified nutritionist consultant. So when someone comes in, what I try to do is help them out and coach them in certain ways to see if they have deficiencies that might be helping them. It's always about the balance, bringing someone back to balance to help restore and regain their health. So that's pretty much what I do in my evaluation and my hour with them. A lot of people come in repeatedly because the biofeedback can retrain as well. So if someone is not well for a long time, maybe 6 sessions might help you to shift and get you out of a pattern. Because often when someone's sick a long time, it's their thoughts that can keep them there. You know, our body has the ability to regenerate, but if you're sick for 3-4 years, by then the thoughts will set in and the negative thinking can keep you.
So how did you stumble across this, since you consider yourself a serial entrepreneur, not necessarily you weren't a medical practitioner prior to this?
That's right. Well, I stumbled upon it because I was at an acupuncturist office, because I'm always doing alternative types of things. So I was actually in Canada, and that's where I was put on. That was in Toronto, actually. So I was just there because I heard this person had a machine that was very interesting, and
So
that's
just
why
out
I
of
went there.
curiosity, what is this machine? I mean, how do you hook it up? Do you take blood, or do you...
No, you
Yeah.
don't. You put on wrist straps. It's run by Galvanic Skin Response, is what it's called, and it works the same way as the lie detector test works. So it's pretty accurate. It's pretty accurate in taking the measurements, and it has over 10,000 signatures in it, which are little codes that send to you these. So when I test you out, it takes about 6-7 minutes. It's sending you all these signatures, and then how.
So your liver, your kidneys...
That's right.
The whole 9 yards.
There's one for every
Interesting.
dot of DNA in you, whether it's a thought or an organ or your blood or just your glands.
Where do you go from here? You've been doing this for 10 years. So what would you like to see happen in the next 5 or 10?
Well, I've begun to do some lecturing. I offer workshops. I have one in the Berkshires in a couple of weeks, and I've evolved to the more coaching and actually the more spiritual path. So often the people that come to see me are on a path of evolution as well. So it's a very, I see it growing into groups is what I see this. I'm holding small groups now.